Hello, everybody. Happy Monday night. I want to welcome everybody to our regular March board session, school board's meeting. We'll call the meeting to order. Let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, board, you have an agenda before you. Can we get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The agenda carries. So up first, we have all these fine people here. Do we have some recognitions tonight?
We do.
Awesome.
So we have quite a few recognitions. The first recognition is March is designated as Board Member Recognition Month, and we had a great dinner upstairs. A time to honor the dedicated individuals who volunteer countless hours to support our school district. Members of the Cape Girardeau Public School Board of Education provides invaluable leadership and vision, working to ensure our schools are stronger for the entire community. Their service to this vital elected office is essential to our mission, and we extend our deepest gratitudes for their commitment and leadership. Just thank you all for your willingness to serve on our board. We appreciate you. I'm excited for us to recognize a group of Tigers tonight who have established themselves as some of the top athletes in our state. And I'm going to have, I'd like to invite Coach Moyers up here, and he's going to invite the coaches and talk about the athletes.
I think so. I think, did you turn it on?
Talking about
He does sports.
There you go.
Question, well, we're going to start with CHS Swim. I'm going to be brief and say Coach Powell's coming because I know she's going to have fun herself.
She's back
Come on up,
there.
Coach Powell.
Oh, no, I don't believe that. There's not a paper now.
Well, it is hard not to talk about this group, so, for a long time. Is this working? And Kristen, did you get the videos? We tried to send videos.
Today
Yeah.
or?
Okay, that's good. Well, first of all, I just want to thank the board for the opportunity to work with our great athletes. It's really an honor that, you know, it's easy to take for granted sometimes when I've done it for a couple of years now, but it is always a pleasure and an honor to get to work with some of the athletes that we get to spend 3.5 months with. And I'd also like to, I know he doesn't want me to, but thank Coach Searman in the back. Coach Searman is vital to the program, and Coach Lou, AKA Mary LeGrand, has been very helpful. So it's a dream team having the three of us together. So if you all would help me thank Coach Searman. I want to give a quick rundown of the entire state meet. We got a relay qualified with Sydney Langston and Evelyn Durock, along with Carson and Kennedy. So that was exciting for us, and we actually moved up in the rankings at the meet. And then Chloe Sheraton made it through district diving and got to dive at state. So we're fortunate none of our athletes are graduating, and we hope to even have a little bit more impact next year. So at this time, if I could get Kennedy and Carson to come on up, please. So this is Kennedy's third out of 3 years that she has been influential at the state level. So this year she swam the 200 free and the 100 free. In the 200 free, she ended up winning the consolation heat and finishing 9th with the best time, which was huge points for us. And then 200 free, she finished 7th with the best time also, so we were really happy with Kennedy's performance. And then Carson swam the 50 free and had a very exciting race with a girl from Kansas City and touched the wall first to be our 2-time 50 freestyle state champion as a sophomore.
Okay.
And then last year she swam the 100 backstroke in addition to the 50, and I think finished 4th. And then this year she told me, Coach, I've been swimming the backstroke, I've gotten a lot faster. Well, She won the backstroke, set a new school record, and also had a time that's an All-American consideration time. So we put her time in, and in the summer, we'll find out if she's one of the top 100 times in the nation. She'll be a high school All-American in the 100 backstroke.
Yeah.
So if that wasn't enough, Carson also was awarded this plaque, and she was the swimmer of the year for Class 1, and that doesn't happen too often. So very proud of Carson and Kennedy and our whole team with their performance at state, and they've really represented you and our community well.
Yes.
So thank you for the opportunity.
Coach Powell, can we get a picture with you all?
Yes.
And did you tell them where we're gonna go have lunch?
No.
I can't believe you didn't bring that up.
I did.
Your arm behind your back.
Okay.
I already knew who was going to read them.
Coach Searman? You've got the invitation up there.
Thank you, Coach Powell.
Can we go to Terrific Tigers and come back to wrestling? Coach Hobeck is walking in the door right now. If you guys want to go ahead and start.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
So we'll do Terrific Tigers next, and when we call your student's name and come up, you guys can get pictures.
Okay, our first one is from the Early Childhood Center. This is Kamaria Merkler, the granddaughter of Clarice Shannon. Kamaria is a wonderful tiny tiger. She loves learning and playing, is very helpful, and is a great friend to her classmates. Kamaria brings joy every day to her teachers and friends. Next, from Alma Schroeder, we have Emily Brockmeyer, 4th grade, daughter of Jessica and Chris Brockmeyer. Emily is a great example of a true terrific tiger. She is always ready to participate and lend a helping hand. She shows kindness, responsibility, and respect in all settings. Emily's actions set a great example for others to follow. Way to go, Emily! From Blanchard Elementary, Adeline Sharp, 3rd grade, daughter of Catherine and James Sharp. Adeline approaches each day with determination, curiosity, and a strong commitment to doing her very best. She is consistently going above and beyond in her learning. Adeline is also kind, inclusive, and always ready to lend a helping hand, making a meaningful impact on her peers. From Clippard Elementary, Nolan Snyder, 4th grade, son of Kelly and Dustin Snyder. Nolan comes to school with a smile, ready to learn. He always participates in class and tries his hardest on his work. Teachers can always depend on him to help others and to be an example for other students. He's a member of Clippard Chorale and the Safety Patrol Team. Nolan's sense of humor makes the day brighter. From Franklin Elementary, we have Keith Dawson Jr., 3rd grade, son of Morgan and Keith Dawson. Keith is a wonderful example to his peers by always working hard and coming to school ready to learn. He approaches each day with a bright smile and a kind, positive attitude. When others are struggling, Keith is always willing to lend a helping hand and offer encouragement. Keith is hardworking, respectful, caring, responsible, and a shining role model. From Jefferson Elementary, Zeke LaBruyere, 4th grade, son of Megan LaBruyere. Zeke consistently works hard and takes pride in doing his best. He approaches challenges with a positive attitude and is always willing to put in extra effort to improve. In addition to focusing on his own learning, Zeke generously helps classmates who may be struggling, showing kindness, patience, and leadership. Zeke's strong work ethic and caring nature make him a valued member of the classroom community. From Central Middle School, Christopher Wheatley, 6th grade, son of Hope Franklin and Marcus Wheatley. Christopher has a tremendous work ethic, which will undoubtedly result in much future success. Not only does Chris perform in the classroom, he also voluntarily helps our cafeteria staff clean up each day. He is a determined and driven young man who stands out among his peers at CMS. From Terry W. Kitchen Junior High, Constantine Rogers, 7th grade, son of Peggy Rogers and Carrington Rogers. Constantine regularly pushes the class's thinking during discussions and encourages those around him. He looks for opportunities to help even when it is not asked of him. We are so proud to have Constantine represent our building as this month's Terrific Tiger. From Central High School, Hayden Bowers, 12th grade, son of Ashley and Jason Bowers. Hayden is a driven, hard-working student leader at CHS. He sets goals and pushes himself to be a dedicated student athlete that has excelled in the classroom and on the field. Congratulations, Hayden. From Central Academy, Mackenzie Kinder, 8th grade, daughter of Milena Kinder. Okay, and then from February, we have from Central Middle School, Tellen Wren, 5th grade, son of Deltrice and Andra Wren. And from Central Academy, Adraria Lexia Rosenthal, 10th grade, daughter of Mark Rosenthal. Congratulations, guys. Get a group picture, yep. Thought must be.
Everybody look at me and give me a really good smile, okay? Cheese. Perfect. Awesome. I'll step out of the way.
Everybody get pictures?
Come on, this way, baby.
Okay, before everybody takes off, I do have Preston Hoback, our high school wrestling coach, up here to talk about state qualifiers and the state tournament.
So we had 4 total. We had 1 girl and 3 boys. The girl, she went 2 and out. She had a pretty tough bracket. The boys, one of the heavyweight, he was 1 match away from getting a state medal, but he fell short. But the other one, he had a tough bracket too. But then our other one, he got 3rd in the state. He wrestled very well. I believe, looking at the history, that's like the 5th person to get 5th in Cape. And I think that's been 16 years since we got that high. It's a lot of placement.
That is awesome.
And what was his name again?
Well,
Who was
cool.
it? Connor? Don't throw me to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up there and take a picture with you.
That's how they greet each other.
I know. I was a wrestler. I know what he's probably gonna try to do to me.
Get a better picture.
Yeah.
Get you guys to face this way.
Just think of him as a kindergarten teacher. The two are not the same in my mind.
Thank you, Coach Obey. Hey, just one quick thing. Every one of those kids that were terrific Tigers, this makes me really happy. Every one of them is involved in our youth athletics.
Awesome.
And that just happened because I see all the names, and many of their parents are coaches for us, so I want to give them a round of applause.
That was just the icing on the cake, Tyson. That's awesome.
That's right.
Thank
That
you.
is awesome.
Well, thank you guys very much. And,
Just a few more.
Oh, you got a couple more? Sorry.
I have
got
a
some
few more
recognitions.
honors.
Oh, awesome, man.
But if you, here, I'm going to say them real quick before you all leave. So we have a state award winner for Southeast Missouri. Mr. Crowell was awarded the Assistant Superintendent of the Year. We got to celebrate that this last week for all of the states, so we're excited for him, and it's so well-deserved, so we appreciate it. No, we're not taking a picture with
As long
you.
as I'm in, yeah.
And then second, I just wanted to remind everyone that April 7th is the voting date for Proposition Tigers. We are thick into the presentation season right now, bond issue presentations. This week alone, we have 8 presentations, including one this Wednesday night at Cape Central Middle School, starting at 5:30. So we'd love for you to see what we're going to be doing with our bond dollars that we're asking for. And that's it.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you. You're welcome to stay.
Welcome to stay.
It's very exciting.
I think they laughed at you.
Wednesday.
Give it a try every time.
Shannon's staying. She'll
Yep.
stay.
Shannon has to speak.
Yeah.
Now that we moved her to the front of the order, she'll
Like,
stay.
Shannon would like to be moved to the
She's a
front.
trooper. We moved her to the front.
So,
You're welcome.
Mr. Payne, do we have any information, proposals, or comments from the audience?
No requests this month.
Okay, just a reminder, if anybody does have any, they can reach out to the board office 5 days prior in writing and be more than happy to come speak to us. So, up next, informational reports, Community Teachers Association first.
If I heard correctly, the microphone is not working, correct?
If you talk loud, it works.
Oh, she's loud.
And fast, we talk fast, fast and loud.
And I got glasses, so I should be able to see a little bit better, won't stutter as much. Okay, thank you so much for the honor to once again share the staff shout-outs. And here we go. So from Alma Schroeder, everyone at Alma Schroeder has been so welcoming to our new faculty and staff. Big shout out to the Alma Schroeder family. A huge thank you to our staff, PTO, and parents for an incredible month. For the success of the CAT fundraiser, to the overwhelming generosity shown to our neighbors after their recent house fire, this building continues to prove that we are stronger together. Thank you for always putting our students first and meeting them where they are. From Blanchard, Miss Sherry is an amazing secretary who keeps us organized. 2nd and 3rd grade are planning a fun-filled Easter event for their students. Ms. Bunch is always top-notch and gives 100% all the time. Mr. Lindbergh, Ms. Heiser, and Ms. Bunch provide fun lunch dates for their kids. Ms. Ahrens is a spark of fun within our halls. She's engaging 4th graders with a new book club that they are so excited about. Coach Schmidt is always making PE fun and providing a fun, safe, and calm learning environment. Ms. Jones has created a fun space unit for her unit for her students and is preparing them for math testing. Ms. Haggerty is working tirelessly with a smile on her face each day to meet lots of students' needs within our building. Ms. Meisner is such a joy to work with. She keeps us informed and communicates so kindly with parents and staff. Ms. Rutherford is an asset to our building and our ELL students. Ms. Winans makes great community connections with Coach Palmer at SEMO and supported their women's team. Her students celebrated their victories. Holly Hall is a great blessing to Blanchard. She handles so many sick children during outbreaks, and she goes above and beyond in our building every day. Every classroom teacher that has an EL student has worked so hard to ensure that the content was comprehensible. They have never complained and have always wanted to do what is best for their students. Our whole entire building chose to participate in a book study with Julie Ontil to learn how to improve how we teach our EL students this year. Wow. Tara Bova and Sarah Bryn Nussbaum do an outstanding job with the book fair twice a year. It is so much extra work, but they both handle it with smiles on their faces. From Clifford, Ms. Peters and Ms. Peggy are super helpful and willing to lend a hand when needed. Our SPED department, who has been handling stuff like rock stars while being short-staffed. From the CTC, Ron Kiplinger for helping the criminal justice class with Stop the Bleed certification. He was awesome. Thank you to Mr. Blyes for always being willing to have his students work on our school and staff vehicles. This support is greatly appreciated and provides valuable hands-on learning opportunities for students while helping meet the needs of our staff. From the high school, to Mrs. Kriblis and Ms. Womack for their work with Beta Club and their success at State and Branson. Beta Club students completed 85 events and came back with 30 top 5 awards, including 3 state champions. Ms. Hyder was the other chaperone, living literature supervisor, and cake decorating judge, as well as a minibus driver. Amazing. From Franklin, shout out to Ms. Federhoff, our library media specialist, on a successful book fair at Franklin. This year, Ms. Federhoff. From the high school, CHS students participated in Kids Feed Kids. They made 276 servings of chicken fried rice and handed the meals out at the food pantry. Our CHS Beta Club has had another successful Missouri Senior Beta Convention. The club competed in 85 different competitions through virtual tests, creative projects, and on-site competitions, and left the convention with 30 national qualifiers. Shout out to the counselors for a successful week of ACT, pre-ACT, and work keys testing. From Jefferson, our custodial maintenance crew works continually to keep our school beautiful. They consistently go above and beyond their required duties to help keep our building welcoming, clean, and running smooth. They always have a positive attitude and are willing to help with any requests. The TAs for the elementary school and preschool are always willing to help work as a team and to help each other fill in for each other as needed. From the junior high, Coach Chunning has been a great addition to our faculty PD team. She is professional and positive, focused on progress. She balances many responsibilities alongside being head track coach this year. Michaela McNeil set up an awesome visit by the Conservation Office. An agent talked about the 1800s fur trade and let the students handle several types of Missouri animal furs. Excellent experience for our 8th grade students. Ms. Hahn does so many great things for our school library. She brought back the book fair to our school with a book fair this fall and again in the spring. She started a peer tutoring group that has benefited many of our students. She heads our Rising Tigers program that recognizes students that have made improvements. She makes our library a fun and inviting place. And from the middle school, Christy Rawls is such a vital part of the staff at CMS. She always steps in to help when needed and makes our students feel comfortable on the first day of school. The CMS math teachers put on a great math night for our families to enjoy. Our social committee for hosting a delicious lunch on St. Patrick's Day. Brooke DeLoach and Callie Centers did an amazing job planning our 3rd quarter reward party for our students. So many smiles. And that's the staff member shout out for March. Thanks for letting me share today.
Hey, thank you so much. All right, up next, Board President's Report. I'll just say again, election, April 7th. Go vote. And we'll leave it at that. We've obviously got the bond issue and school board and mayoral races, all sorts of stuff. So get out there and go. I was able to participate in the mock interviews out of the CTC. Been doing that for many years, and just you guys are sitting here, so it's awesome. That's just a fantastic. I mean, the kids seem to get more and more mature, more and more professional each and every year. Everyone I interviewed was just fantastic, well put together. Like, you know, the hard stuff to teach, the soft skills were awesome. And I'd interview any of his students, so no. But it went really great. Like I said, I was super happy to participate in that. It was a lot of fun. So just highly commend that. And did the mass casualty thing go well today?
It did.
Awesome.
Really well.
Really wanted to come up.
Really well.
Yeah, good.
It's a question you don't hear very.
Yeah. How did the mass
Seriously.
Where did it go? We had a wonderful mass casualty
I
event.
thought it was a drill.
No, I think we should leave it at that. We'll just say how'd the mass casualty go. That'll give you something to do tomorrow.
Even on Facebook, it was advertised and it said, "We are so excited, mass casualty."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow.
So I'll give you something to do tomorrow, Christie. So,
Thank you.
no problem.
I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, but thank you. That's all I have, sir. I'll hand it off to you.
Excellent, very good.
Follow that.
It's hard too. It's hard too. Actually, I did mine. I was gonna do the Assistant Superintendent of the Year, and my superintendent report was, I kind of read it already, is that we are going to have our meeting on Wednesday night this Wednesday night at 5:30. We'd love for you to attend, and we're gonna talk about what we're gonna be possibly doing in our bond issue.
5:30 at the middle school?
5:30 at the middle school,
Fantastic.
in the cafeteria. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Up next, CSIP program evaluation, CTC program evaluation.
Hello.
Hello.
So, yes, that went really well today. We had multiple representatives from our local EMS groups and agencies coming and participating, law enforcement, EMS, fire, all of those were participating. KBSI came, and he's supposed to be on the news tonight, so, and check it out.
No casualties, but
No, it was a training. It was a training. Okay, so talk a little bit about our program evaluation, and I'm gonna kind of jump around a little bit, but you all have this information that we've shared in a few different forms. But strengths of our program and our programs and things like that would be placement rate, both secondary and adult. Secondary is extremely well, but that generally is based on retention, which most years hovers at 95-ish% on retention for secondary students. Post-secondary varies, but we're an accredited institution. We have to meet minimum standards of completion, placement, licensure. We're always well above those standards on that as well. So graduation rates, those types of things kind of fall into that. Business, industry, community involvement. I know it was mentioned earlier, Mr. Casey talked about the mock interviews, so we've done over 500 again.
Wow.
So now, that's students doing, there may be some students who interview with 2 different companies or so on and so forth, but we range from about 75 to just over 100 employers we have the last few years. And so it's really turned into an awesome event. And what it also does is it somewhat turns into a hiring event. So at the end of the year, when we do our photo ops with our students in business and industry, a lot of that comes from our mock interviews and the fact that we're putting those students in front of business and industry. But it gives them a really great opportunity to come in and see what we're doing and see what our students are capable of. And so it was a really, really good event. So that's a kind of a strength of the institution. A lot of people are behind the scenes putting that together. So innovative programming, registered youth apprenticeships, they're continually growing. That's an area we focused on the last few years. We really want to continue with that. We've got some things in place. I think we can go really big with that. A lot of business and industry, it's a big initiative at the state level with the last governor, this governor. So again, growing local workforce, that's what we're wanting. We want to keep our local talent local. But they have to, I've said that over and over, but we would like to keep them here. So that's another one. Marketing, public image, part of our school improvement plan, and generally we have to review the prior year because if everything's completed at that point, whether it be according to budget and program evaluation or school improvement plan. And so one of the things was a continual improvement in our public image. It's amazing, you still have people look and say, I didn't have any idea you done that. Matter of fact, our reporter today that come and done the stories, like, I had no idea you done some of these things. And so, we do a lot, I think, within the district and our building and social media, but those continued efforts are something we continually push because, part of what the CTC's able to bring to the district, just like individual buildings. It's always beneficial to bring good public spotlight. And so, we try to do that as best we can. We don't always succeed, but we try to. Articulated dual credit opportunities and partnerships. We continue striving with in particular, SEMO and mineral area, mostly with either collaborative efforts or articulation, where our students are gaining that articulated credit by attending, which means we've got to put a little time and effort into making sure our programs live up to standards for those post-secondary institutions, and I feel like that our folks do a really good job of making sure we do that. We're always striving and reaching out and having those conversations, so that's good. And then, lastly, on the strengths is the facilities. That's a testament to the district and you guys continuing on what other boards and administration that have done, and you guys have been really good at that, so I commend you for that, because I've been the recipient of that a little bit, because, I'm in the position I'm in, so, but I hear it constantly, like, there's no better person in the TTCI, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So now, on to some concerns regarding the program. Everybody here is very aware of the pinch that's probably coming and different things like that. So, program funding cost to Cape Girardeau Public Schools is always, a concern and something we look at. We got the numbers on the prior and the current as of 24-25. That was in that information as well. But some of the things, as a reminder, that we're doing is we're closing the gap a little bit here as we go, and I think we're trying to do so even more so. Last year, if you remember, we put in a progression of tuition increase for the secondary, which we have not done in several years. This school fiscal year was the first year that the first phase was implemented, and that's a 3-year incremental phase-in process, which was good for our sending schools because it gives them planning time, and I think it helps them, and which we want to try to do as well. But we also want to make sure that we get as much as we possibly can to make sure we can sustain the thing. So this year was the first year of a $50 increment per student. Next year, it will go to an additional 100, and then the following year it'll be 150. Our goal was 3,000 for our secondary programming, and that's tuition per student. As well as that, this year we're also proposing for post-secondary programming for tuition increase, predominantly for 9-month technical and practical nursing, as well as paramedics. So all 9-month technical, practical nursing, and paramedic. I did want to talk a little bit about that too, before we go further, as far as new tuition increases. So just so you know, how we factor in what we do for post-secondary. So number one, state technical colleges, what like A+, things like that are set at. So when we factor in we try to kind of follow where they're at, but we also try to stay under where they're at. We've always done that. So that's kind of the first basis for where we're at with tuition, in particular like with practical nursing. Like we kind of use that as our benchmark. So when you look at the breakdown of the new tuition and the tuition increase, it may look a little wonky because one of them, 9-month technical is 1.72% and paramedics 2.70%, so on and so forth. Part of the reason we do that is because we're an accredited institution and we have to do all the reporting that every post-secondary institution does, and it's a lot. We can only go up to a certain percent of a tuition increase per year. Otherwise, it's flagged, and then it's a whole bunch more documentation and paperwork that's completely unnecessary. And so we do try to stay under that, and then so we look at that and say, okay, if I can get a 2.7, that will kind of round out a number to a good number instead of being $4,623.93. So we try to stay out of that too. So that's kind of where we come up with those numbers, and it's because of that percentage base of increase. Now that's post-secondary. We also look at, on the post-secondary 9-month technical, we want to finish the year, so we'll bring this back next year. We as a, Mr. Abraham, we'll bring this back next year for another request, just so you know. That way we can keep our secondary and post-secondary 9-month technical at the same. So in 2 years, we'll be at the same, and then we'll be at the max amount that we're set for this go-around, and hopefully. So we're trying to do some things like that to kind of close that gap of the cost to the district. And I know it's significant, but man, it's an awesome thing. You guys are some work over there, so we're very proud of that. You know, program goals, student staff retention, promote school culture, industry recognized credentialing, which changes constantly. Career education certificate, we're jumping into that realm a little bit. The last couple of years, Mr. Abernathy's taken the lead on that, and we started last year with some. We feel like this year we're going to have several. It's kind of like some of the other initiatives, there's criteria that's got to be met, and attendance being a little bit of a difficult one because it starts at freshman year. We get most of our students as a junior and senior, so the career ed certificate sometimes can be a challenge to get because Central, Jackson, Oak Ridge, all of them have to help us and then track attendance as well. But then there's community service hours, or tutoring hours, that students have to get, which is somewhat challenging as well. So it's very similar to A+, that students are getting in high school. But we're working toward that, and Mr. Abernathy says that he thinks we're going to get several this year, which is a certificate that helps the students, helps sending schools, helps APR, that type of thing. So we're glad to get that. Comments about performance levels. So one of the things I want everyone to be aware of is that the CTC 5-year strategic plan, very similar, but in a different way, specific to our building, like you're doing you work through all the trouble for the 10-year facility plan. So our strategic plan is kind of like that on a smaller scale, but we're looking to set that 5-year strategic plan. 22 was the last year that it was evaluated. This is the year that it's being reevaluated and will be implemented in 26, 27, so for the start of the next school year. We've already started having our group sessions, surveys, things like that. We're involving community members, involving students, parents, staff members, all of that. We're collecting that data. We have 2 outside personnel that's running that for us and kind of setting that up. I think their next meetings are with both chambers of Cape Girardeau and Jackson to get some input there as well. And then we will be working through that the rest of the spring, finalizing it this summer, and having it set for the start of 26-27 school year. Okay. Questions?
So 1180, just some basic statistics. Is that high school, or is that total, or?
So, are you talking about?
I was just on the evaluation at the top, it said 1180.
Number
Number
of students impacted.
Sure.
Yeah.
1180. Well, so I got you this year's added as well, but yes, that is correct. So that's a total number. So that fluctuates depending on the year. In large part, like this, like FY26 is 1133.
Okay.
So we're roughly 50 students less, but primarily where that fluctuates is our enrichment class. Our secondary continued to rise. Our post-secondary has been very stable, but we've actually added some because we've added some programming. So that's kind of your total number of impacted students. But we're at 482 on secondary enrollment. We're at 299 for adult enrollment, 352 for community education or enrichment enrollment. And so numbers are pretty good in my opinion. You know, we also added, as you all know, another sending school, so we're at 11 districts now, 14 sending schools. So that's not a big number, that's addition, but it is another school that we've added, so people want to come here. So, but yes, that will be pretty close depending on give or take 100.
How does that rank us against like other CTC type institutions, like this scope, like 11 districts, and is that average, big, small?
It's on the larger side, especially in Southeast. Every career center is different, and so one of the things that I want you to understand is we're very unique in what we offer at this point in time. Now, maybe not always, but at this point in time. A lot of career centers have given up adult education altogether. In part, why that's happened is because, like, Poplar Bluff is very similar to us structurally, but they're really not even close to us in how we operate and how many students we impact and how big we are and what kind of reach we have. They serve roughly 10 districts as well, and they've got, but they're just not big, and they don't serve near as many students. And they've given a lot of their post-secondary, but they've also had Three Rivers right next door for a really long time. And I'll be honest, the post-secondary side and the accreditation is a pain. Offering federal student aid is a pain, but it's good for students. And so, you know, our goal is to continue to provide the best opportunity for students in our area to help the workforce and everything else. So, you know, we rate very well as far as of opinion, first of all. And again, that's nothing I've done. It's a collaborative effort that's been going on for a long, long time here. So, but we offer post-secondary and secondary. A lot of your schools, some of your bigger ones like Columbia, they're secondary only as well. Now they have similar numbers, like a lot of students, a lot of sending schools, but they're secondary only. So we differ in that regard. There's a few that's kind of similar to us, but we're a little bit unique, really, for offering the amount of programs we offer and offering both secondary and post-secondary. And then the community ed piece is really kind of a cool deal that nobody does too much anymore. So just community involvement lets those folks come in and take some fun classes and see what we do during the day, so they tell the grandkids or their kids or whatever. So yeah.
And if you guys haven't been out there, what do you call it, the Wall of Fame? I'm not sure. It's whenever the signing day
Yeah,
is.
signing day photos.
Yeah. If you guys haven't been out there to see it, that's awesome. That's really cool.
So that was kind of, again, a little bit of the advertisement piece, but showcase our students. And I've got something else I want to bring up too. So we take a picture of every student who signs, we invite the employer, so it's just like an athletic signing, we do all that. And then we post them, we put them on poster and put them in frames and line them up on our wall. We'll replace them next year, at the start of the year, and after we've taken all this year's pictures here in the next few weeks. We've also put up our national champion banners. If you haven't been over there, our maintenance department graciously, we had some banners made for all of our gold, silver, bronze winners, and we put them up in our big multi-purpose room, and they look awesome. So I'm trying to showcase some of that off too. And you know, they have the students' names and what programs. Like right now, you know, Jonathan Dawkins was our national champion adult winner in precision CNC 5-axis. So he's got a big banner up in the multi-purpose room. So it's really cool. Anyway, any other questions?
Keep it up. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess one question for you, do you want me to talk more about the proposal, or is that at a later time for the tuition increase?
That is during business, I think. Did we put that in business, I think?
No, it's not.
No, we didn't.
No, it's not in.
We don't have to do it technically, so it's kind of up to
Right.
the board if they want to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to you, Walton, if you want to.
I want to hear,
Yeah, I
fill
mean,
us in.
you're here, so, and you look prepared, so yes, please.
Sure. So just a little bit further, I guess, as far as the tuition increase for the post-secondary program, specifically 9-month technical, which will be at $50 per term. So it's broken down into year one is term one, year two is term two for 9-month technical. So the tuition increase will be a total of $100 per student for that one. Paramedic is another one as well. The tuition increase is $125. Generally, the tuition is set and the books, fees, that type of thing can fluctuate, obviously, but the tuition is set by you all, and then we request for an increase in that. Practical nursing, so as an example, prior it was $8,400 on tuition, it'll go to $8,600, so it's a total of $200 tuition per student. For 10-6, we're still below state tech as far as their LPN program. Practical nursing post-secondary, which also falls into that, that's where a student comes in as a senior and gets 350 hours that transitions into, or transfers into the adult program, so they just come for 1 year as an adult, but it saves them money because their sitting school pays that first year of 350 hours. Our nursing program's a 1,350-hour program, so it allows them to transfer in 350 hours of their 1,350, so then they just complete 1,000 at a little less cost. So that was previously 6,100, it'll jump to 6,250, a 2.5% increase, and then the total cost for that program is $8,100. Respiratory therapy, we did not, that's generally set because it's a collaborative effort, it's a CMO program now, they process money for that, and so we don't set that program, and then we also set a collaborative effort for PTA, because that's a mental area degree preferred program that we just do the technical portion for, and now they're processing some of the student aid as well, so they pay us for our portion. Okay?
Okay.
Nothing else, I do want to just say thank you guys for allowing me to do what I've done for a while. It's been a real privilege to be able to be at the CTC for the last 8 years, so I do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the next step, but I do appreciate that, and it's been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Okay. All right, up next, academic services report.
We don't have anything at this time.
Good. Up next, after that next, is the treasurer finance report. Ms. Dudek.
This report is for February. We're still getting tax money in, so our revenues are exceeding our expenses, which is a good thing. Beginning fund balance was a little over 30 million. Revenues received were 7.3. A way that you can tell that we are still receiving tax money is debt service revenues are going up as well because the levy is split between the two funds. Expenses of 2.5 million and we transferred 1.5 special revenue fund, leaving us with an ending fund balance of 33.2 million. Does anyone have a question?
No, ma'am.
I have a question. Is there a reason, like in our debt service fund, is there a reason why we only make payments at certain periodic intervals? Like, would we be allowed to, like, since we have a debt service fund right now at 10.8 million, could we make a payment on our debt and decrease our total interest expense?
So when we issue bonds, okay, we have a schedule. The schedule is set each month. And we make payments 2 times a year on that. And so you can't prepay your bonds unless they're callable. And that's what Steeple helps us with. So when we come and we refund a bond, when we bring like a refund.
Yeah.
Didn't we
for
do that
approval,
recently?
It means it's callable and we can.
Yeah,
repay them
2019.
and save
Okay.
the interest. So that's how you do it. Otherwise, it's set for the time.
Perfect answer. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much, Ms. Dudek. Support services report, Mr. Crow.
Today, we had a meeting with our architects and CMAR, Franklin Construction, on finalizing plans for the recovery high school. Be expecting a motion to come to you in April for a contract of construction on that. So it's getting closer and closer to fruition. On buses and transportation, last Friday, the Missouri State Highway Patrol annually inspects our buses. And unofficially, right now, we have a 98.6 approval rating of our buses, which we have never had that before.
Great.
Is that high. We're very excited about that. Officially, the notification will come when all inspections are done across the state, but that is our unofficial passage rate. Basically came down to a secondary bolt on a shock absorber that was loose out of all the buses in the safety base. So a bolt on a shock absorber was loose, and it's a secondary bolt, not a primary bolt. So redundancy there. There's no harm or anything like that. So we're very excited about that. Other than that, I have no further updates unless you have questions.
No, sir.
All right, thank you very much. That's impressive, so, to say the least. So buses get ridden hard. So. Okay, up next, board reports, MSBA delegate report. Anybody have anything from Missy, from Dr. Fegley?
I didn't have anything from her.
Okay.
She told me she had no report.
Perfect. Well, I think probably the only report would segue into the Ms. Crystal report for the
Yes,
legislative
I have a little
report,
bit.
because those went together.
Okay, so the House passed its HJR 173, which is a constitutional amendment that would gradually reduce and eventually eliminate the state's top individual income tax and would be replaced by higher sales income tax. So that has passed the House and has now moved to the Senate. I have seen a lot about this in news and social media and different things, so I'm not surprised if this has come across your screen at some point in the last several days. There are a variety of projections of how this could impact state revenue, and so take my number with a grain of salt because, again, I have seen a variety. I just tried to pick one that was somewhat in the middle, but eliminating the income tax could create a projected gap of $9.2 billion in state revenue. It is nearly 60% of the state's overall general revenue. So it is a significant amount of our revenue. Right now, it is looking like they would replace it with higher sales tax, but there isn't like a specific plan at this point of exactly how that would be covered. I would be remiss if I did not say that there is language in this particular bill that says counties cannot make adjustments that would result in a reduction of funding to public schools. That is in the bill. That said, that sounds great in theory, but one thing that I have repeatedly, I feel like, come here and said is how tight the state budget is this year, how many cuts we're seeing. And so I think it is hard to fathom how a gap of 60% in the overall general revenue would not somehow trickle down to public education. Even pretending that we see no cuts in what comes to us, the reality is cuts have to come from somewhere, and we are affected as a public school by cuts in other places. If SNAP is cut, that affects our students and our families. If health services are cut, that affects our students and our families. And I think what we see is that we somehow become responsible for those things. When we have students showing up hungry, we feed them. When we have students showing up and they haven't been able to go to a doctor, our nurses see them. When we have students showing up with mental health problems or needs, not even a problem, just a need, we service them. And so we do end up taking on those responsibilities. So it's concerning to see such a gap in funding potentially coming down the pipeline. One thing, so like I said, it has passed the House and will now go in front of the Senate, which, as a reminder, our senator is Jamie Berger. One thing that Mr. Berger has said repeatedly to me is how much he likes to hear from his constituents and how he wants to hear from a variety of people, whether those are school board members or community members. If you've got a kid in school or if you don't, just anybody, he wants to hear what their opinions are on legislation. And so this is a great opportunity. I think at this point, he seems to be supportive of this bill. So whether you agree or not, it's a great opportunity to reach out to him and talk to him about how you potentially see those, what could result from a cut like that. So that was the main thing I wanted to talk about. Already it has been mentioned a few times. We have a vote on April 7th. The big thing I wanted to say about that is you can vote early. April 7th just so happens to fall over spring break. So if you are going to be out of town, early voting is very simple. You just go to the election office. There's one on Bloomfield Road near Bloomfield and Kings Highway. You just walk in, show them your ID, and you can vote right there, just as if it was election day. No additional information needed. Just show up and they'll let you vote. So if for some reason you're going to be gone April 7th, be sure to get by early. That's all I got.
Awesome. Questions?
I think she's the greatest legislative reporter in the history of Pitt Public Schools,
I would agree.
in my tenure on the board.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I was once, and way better.
Crystal, you were much better.
Way better.
I was one too, you were like infinitely better than me.
Yeah, I couldn't even pronounce legislative, so.
Incredible.
Does anybody have any public school foundation?
I do. Miss
Awesome.
McDonald did drop off a little something. She could not be here this evening. So here's an update. We continue to work along our district to support both students and staff in meaningful ways. We are grateful to share that we recently received an anonymous donation to support the needs of our football students. In addition, a generous donation or donor has established the Roaring Tiger Football Scholarship, an annual 2000 award that will help a football student athlete further his goal or his education. The other thing is a reminder of May the 11th, which is the Foundation Golf Tournament that will be at the Country Club. There is a little form that needs to be signed and filled out. Also, you can notify Amy through foundation@capetigers.com or call 573-651-0555. That's
Can
the
I just add
report.
one more thing? I just want to give a quick shout out to Miss McDonald because I am the treasurer on CMS's PTO, and she works with several of the school PTOs to help them with fundraising. If you need help running your treasury side, she will do that. She lets you put your bank account under the foundation so that you can be nonprofit. She truly goes above and beyond. That is really not part of her, what she has to do as the foundation director, but she does it just because she is truly invested. It's greatly appreciated. And so I just wanted to publicly say how much I appreciate all of those things that she does behind the scenes that people do not even realize she's spending her time doing. So,
She is awesome.
yes.
Here, here.
That's all I have.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, up next, non-action items. This is our first reading of board policies IIA, IIAC, and IIAC-R1 rescind. So again, we'll have a second reading and we'll vote on those. So please review those and make sure you're up to speed on those. If you have any questions, you can reach out. Next up, approval of consent agenda items. So these were all out there. Hopefully you guys had a chance to look at them. But we've got our minutes from February 2nd, 2026 and February 23rd, 2026 regular meetings of the Board of Education, our payment of bills, our Career and Technology Center tuition rates for 26-27, and our 27-28 academic calendar. And that one threw me for a loop. I was like, it's already
I know.
27, but that's, yeah, so anyhow. All right, can we get a motion for those?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any questions or discussion? No, those are consent agenda. Sorry, all those in favor?
Aye.
Keep saying aye. Okay, all the consent agenda items carry. We do not have any business on our agenda for this evening. So any information or proposals from board members? Okay,
Well, Casey, it could be our last board meeting, so.
Yes, it very well
You never
could
know.
be. Yeah. So it's been a
Enjoy it
pleasure.
while it
It's been a
lasts.
pleasure. So thank you for getting to work with everybody. So it's
been fun.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, guys, well, thank you very much. We'll, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, guys, thank you very much.